Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another PlayStation review. Today I'm taking a look at Fuel Station Simulator for the PlayStation 5. Now this one came out a few days ago for the PlayStation. It's another one of these cheap simulator games that seem to be coming out very often these days, I think it's fair to say. Now this one piqued my interest because several years ago on the PlayStation we got Gas Station Simulator that came out that I did cover on the channel. I did a review for, and it's actually a game I really enjoyed, and that's one of the games that really started getting me into like these simulation games. It was that and House Flipper and a couple of others that really started piquing my interest, and you know, it's probably the majority of my game time these days is playing simulator games. I would say at least 60% of my game time anyway. So when I saw this in the store, and it was only, I think, about $7.99 in the UK, initially my thought patterns were, this is going to be terrible. But I thought, well, for this price, and I like simulator games, and you guys like to come to this channel to see me review simulator games for the most part, I thought I'd give it a go. And now I've got to say, I have to put in quite a few hours into this. For the price that this game is, I have to say, on some levels, it's quite impressed me. This is not like the cheap cash grab that many of these simulator games are. There's actually some genuine effort gone into this. Now, if you have played Gas Station Simulator, this game essentially is very, very similar. No surprise there, I suppose. You're in charge of like this rundown gas station. You've got to basically initially get rid of all the junk, start tidying the place up, and start selling fuel really to customers. Now early on, you don't have a great deal of money, so you really start off with nothing really. You've got to take out a bank loan initially to get some fuel. So you go to this place, and that's the place we're looking at now. You get yourself some fuel, you take it back, you fill up your fuel tank, and then you start, as customers arrive at your fuel station, you start giving them fuel and making your profits that way. Slowly but surely you will start making profits. You've got a little PC on your desk. You can go on that PC and you can then buy other things. You can buy shelves for your shop, and then you can buy goods to sell on those shelves. And when you order them, there is a delivery truck that delivers them to your site. You've got to unpack the truck and then build up your shelves and then pack them full of goods. And then you've got another level of your business. So customers then will come in your shop and buy your goods off the shelves, as well as people buying the fuel. And it is really the majority of the early part of the game, the first 2 or 3 hours, is that you really just trying to scratch enough money together to slowly improve the selling capacity of your fuel station. So you've got to keep going back. When your fuel starts running out, you've got to keep going back and restocking fuel from the refinery. You've got to keep buying products to sell in your shop. When you can afford it, you can then buy new shelving to put more goods in your stock. You get some phone calls as well from people stuck who've run out of fuel out in the open world. I kind of say that with a smile on my face. It's not an open world really. It is, but it's a very, very small map where you can drive around, and for the vast majority of the game, all you're going to be doing is driving to the refinery and back, and driving to customers who've run out of fuel and back. Now, it is worth your while in the early parts of the game to do that, to go out and refuel these customers who have broken down, because they'll give you a reward like $200 or something. Which is definitely worth your while in the early parts of the game. Now, what the game does have as well, it's got quite an extensive skill tree, I suppose you could call it. And it's in 2 parts. You've got a skill tree that focuses on like the fuel side of the business, and a skill tree that focuses on the shop side of the business. And as you level up, you see there on the top left, I'm level 17 there. But as you level up, you are given perk points. And then you can put these perk points into the skill tree. And you can choose where you want to focus your energies. And it will do things like, refill cars 10% faster. Or get 15% more customers coming to your fuel station. And then eventually, as you move further up the skill tree, you will get to the really meaty stuff, which is like improve your shop, improve your fuel station with a nice new canopy, improve your shop with these new decorations, add more fuel stations to your gas station sort of thing. And then you can also then eventually hire staff, and the staff members will fuel the cars for you and man the shop as well while you do other tasks. To be fair, there's not a great deal of other tasks to do in this game, because once you kind of get to that stage where you've upgraded your shop as best as it can be, upgraded the fuel side of the business the best it can be, stocked everything, filled all the shelves, hired staff, you've got there. It'll take you about 10 hours to kind of get there, I would say, and that's it really. There's not a great deal else to this game. There is also, as you can see, this is not what you would describe as a good looking game, but it's quite functional. It does what it's supposed to do. There's no major bugs. The biggest bug I've found in this game is certainly the staff member that you hire for the pump. If you hire a staff member for like filling the cars up, she just buggers off with the fuel thing in her hand and walks halfway up the path while there's cars waiting to be fueled, and they won't wait for a long time. If you don't come out and serve them, they'll just drive off, and that can be quite frustrating. I've tried firing her a couple of times, and rehiring it, but it's the same person you rehire. It's not like a different staff member. So that's not great. It could do with a bit of polish, this game, you know what I mean? And for the life in me, there's a section in the shop where you can buy like solar panels. So I bought 2 solar panels, but for the life of me, I've no idea what they power at all. They're just decorations in the on the site, really. I had no idea what they do. So there's aspects of this game that it doesn't explain particularly well. There's not a great deal of a tutorial here to speak of, but it's not difficult. If you play these simulation games and play them a lot, it's not going to be hard to learn how to play this. So, I mean, there is some value to this. It is like a bargain basement version of Gas Station Simulator, which itself was not exactly a highly polished game, but it has surprised me, this one. Now, there is some playability to this if you are willing to kind of put the time into this and understand that, this game's less than a tenner, less than £10, or, it's not going to be, high quality stuff here, but it has genuinely surprised me, this one. There is some playability to it, and I was quite pleased with certain aspects of the game. Can get quite repetitive. It's not overly complex or anything like that, but if you like simulator games, there's something here for you guys. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. I certainly hope you found it useful, and I will of course be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.